Live from Nowa Huta.
It's the podcast from the Novohood. All right, so it's podcast time. Today we'll talk about certain languages. This will be a returning feature, but also we'll pick out some topics each and every week. Today we're going to talk about the highway they are planning to build through Nowa Huta, and the other topic is about a new foundation which is called Kocham Nową Hutę. And Mateusz is sitting next to me. Mateusz, hi.
Hi Daniel.
Mateusz, first of all, before we start talking about your foundation, you also speak Russian, is that true?
Yes, I do, but I'm not sure you'll be able to check out my knowledge of the language.
Well, you're the specialist, so that's going to be your territory. How would you say "Welcome to the NH Meetup" in Russian?
Добро пожаловать на языковой встречи в Новой Гуте.
How would you say "I hope you'll have a good time"?
На русском. Я надеюсь, вы хорошо проведете это время.
And the last one, Nowa Huta is the best side in town. How would that be in Russian?
Нова Хута — это самый настоящий район Кракова. Вот так.
Brilliant. Let's talk about your foundation for a while. What is it exactly that the foundation is, and what is it trying to promote?
Actually, the name of it, it's Foundation for Promotion of Nowa Huta. Kocham Nową Hutę, as you just mentioned, it's a name of one action we do every February. Every year we're trying to give away a lot of the calendars, as you maybe noticed, at 14th February at Valentine's Day, because the action says I love Nowa Huta. So we're also trying to prove to the citizens, to the locals of Nowa Huta, that it's something which is worth to love, and the Nowa Huta itself. And our foundation is promoting this district on many ways. One of it is doing a tours around with tourists from all over the world. So sometimes we have people from Holland as well. Sometimes they're from United Kingdom. Sometimes from South America, South Africa. Sometimes they're from far away, like Australia. Even like a week ago, there was one man from Australia, by the way. And we are trying to make these tours in languages, not only the English, but also Russian, the Spanish, Italian, French. So of course it depends on the tourists what they choose, what language they choose.
Would there be something special you would highlight in Nowa Huta? Is there something that you would say people from the outside should definitely visit?
For sure it would be the steelworks gates, the entrance to the steelworks, which was the reason to build the city anyway. So if you're planning to visit Nowa Huta as a city center, so Nowa Huta city center is Ronald Reagan Square, ironically today, as for the communistic city. No one is expecting that thing actually. But if you are there, it's good to take a tram, like 2 tram stops further to the direction of the steelworks, and just have a nice photo with the sign which reads the steelworks of Sędzimir. This is a good point also to get to the shelters that I'm taking a tours in. So I guess if any of you will put the shelters of Nowa Huta into Google, you will find a lot of nice photos and the opportunity to join the tours.
Okay. Is there somewhere on the internet people could go to check out what it is that you or your foundation offers?
Yeah, there is a website that you can find us easily, putting exactly Nowa Huta Foundation or any other way, and there's an info pack. What can you actually see in Nowa Huta once you are planning to visit this very district, and also very nice photos of tours that we already did, and many other things. So really recommend to visit the website or Facebook fans page or any other place like Instagram. We are there as well.
Last question, and it will be a typical question I'll ask of anybody, Polish or foreign. What is a very typical Polish word? Something that is funny, something that is remarkable, something that is worth knowing as a Polish person or definitely as a foreigner?
Well, the first word that usually tourists are trying to learn is pierogi, because this is something they really like to order. Dumplings is the dumplings we do are a little bit different that people can find in any other place in the world. Why pierogi? I always recommend to choose this one when you visit the milk bar, famous milk bar around in Nowa Huta. When you get to the Stylova restaurant, it's also good to try some pierogi, like very light meal. And I guess you know how it is. There are many fittings, and you can find something for you.
This was Mateusz, ladies and gentlemen. Spasiba.
Ni za что.
So we had Mateusz for a while. Now we have a new guest. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Begüm. My surname is Karacaoğlu. I'm from Istanbul, Turkey. I'm here to do an Erasmus, actually in Krakow at Jagiellonian University, to study psychology. It is going to be my 4th year. It is my first time in Poland, so I don't know much Polish, nothing. I don't know much about the culture. It is going to be an interesting experience. I'm very curious about Eastern Europe and Central Europe as well, this part of the Europe, and I'm really excited to be here.
How would you, because you're from Turkey, I understand, how would you say welcome to Nowa Huta in your language?
Nowa Huta. Nowa Huta'ya hoş geldiniz.
And how would you say Nowa Huta is the best side in town in your language?
I don't believe in that, but I will say it. I don't believe.
We'll edit that out.
Yeah. Nowa Huta Krakow'un en iyi yeri.
Brilliant. So how long, you say it's your first time, so how long exactly are you in Poland right now?
How many days? 5 days maybe?
And what is your first impression?
Well, it's a really beautiful city, I must say that. I really like the city center around the place as well. Like, the whole city was really beautiful. I didn't expect it to be that beautiful, like a bit simple, but it's a really beautiful city. The architecture is really beautiful. It's a very peaceful city because I'm from Istanbul. It's extremely crowded, full of people, the traffic, the pollution. It's a lot better. Like, it's a nice place to live.
How many people are there in Istanbul approximately?
17 million.
17 million.
Yeah. So,
That's half of the Polish population.
So it's really peaceful in Krakow for me. You don't see much people. It's a different environment.
Is there already a single Polish word that you already picked up on?
Dziękuję.
Dziękuję. It looks like we found the infamous boyfriend we just talked about. Please introduce yourself. What's your name?
My name is Paolo Paredes.
Paolo Paredes. And where is Paolo Paredes from?
I'm from Chile.
How long have you been in Poland?
I was here 2 days.
Como cuatro.
Como cuatro?
Yeah, 4 days.
4 days.
But visiting the city 2 days.
Uh-huh.
Because I was living 2 days in Krakow. Yeah.
So you like it so much that you already forgot about the time. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Do you like Krakow? Is it a good city?
It's a good city. Yeah. I like it. I like it so much. Tranquilo.
It's very peaceful. Tranquil.
Yeah.
Tranquil.
I have peace right now here in the city. Because in my city it's like 2 here, and for me it's so good for that.
Nice. Are you here for studies or for work?
I am studying right now.
And what do you study?
I study political science and public administration.
Normally he studies in Chile, but he's here to travel only.
I understand. I have a couple of questions for you about your language, about Spanish language. How would you say welcome to Nowa Huta in your language, in Spanish?
Bienvenido a Nueva Huta.
And how would you say in your language, I hope you'll have a good time?
Espero que tú tengas un buen tiempo.
Last question. Nowa Huta is the best side in town. How would you say that in Spanish?
Nueva Huta es el mejor lugar.
So, after Mateusz, our Russian specialist, and Begüm from Turkey and Paolo from Chile, it's time for a more local discussion. We have 2 Polish people, actually 2 people from specialized in Nowa Huta, and the discussion is about the highway that is planned to be built through Nowa Huta. Let's start with Michal on my left. Michal, what do you think about this idea of building this highway through Nowa Huta?
I have a problem with that idea because one way is a good idea. The second is bad because we need a good road, but this road is too close to people, and I think it is a bad idea to build a highway so close the people and nice places, green places. I have a problem with that idea.
Okay, so it's too close to people, and it's also very close to Zalew Nowochódzki. On my right is Dorota. Different question. Can you tell me a little bit about the history of the NH Meetup group?
Basically, we started as far as I remember, in 2012 in October. The meeting started as a language meeting, which was organized by Artzona, the Nordic Culture Center. But then on the very first or second meeting, Tony Carpinta, Carpinha, sorry, the ambassador of Couchsurfing in Krakow came and he said that actually he was searching for somebody to organize Couchsurfing meetings in Nowa Huta because he really does believe that Nowa Huta needs these meetings. So that's how everything started.
And now we're 7 years down the line? You said it started in 2012?
As far as I remember, yeah.
So we're 6.5 years down the line.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
We're getting old, aren't we?
Yeah.
Thank you, Dorota. All right, last but not least, we have with us all the way from Brazil, Guilherme.
Hey everyone, how's you doing? How are you going?
Guilherme, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am Guilherme, I'm 26 years old and I live in Poland since September of 2017. I was a journalist in Brazil, but I decided to change my life. I quit my job, came to Poland and found something new here, found a new job, found a new life, and I'm very, very happy living here.
My understanding is that Krakow was not your first city?
No, it was not. First, I lived in Warsaw for 2 months actually, and then I moved to Poznan to work for a new job. I lived 8 months in Poznan, and I've been living in Krakow since the beginning of August, so now it's going to be 6 months, 5 months. I'm loving very much Krakow.
From a foreigner or maybe from a Brazilian point of view, what is the big difference between the three cities you lived in?
Well, I believe that people that are living in Warsaw are more business people, are people that are trying to build a career there, something like this. In Poznan, I see it's a more chill city, that people are coming to spend the rest of their lives sometimes, and they want more peace, less movement. And Krakow is a cultural party city, in my opinion. I believe that people who are coming here have a very positive vibe. If they don't have, they get a positive vibe here. So for me, Krakow is more partying and going out and having fun.
What is it exactly that you do in Krakow? Do you study or do you work?
I work in Krakow. I work in customer service for a company. And this is my first job as a customer service, and I heard that here in Krakow you have many companies like this looking for foreign people, so it was destiny that brought me to Krakow.
Now, in contrast to the people we spoke to before, you as a foreigner already speak a little bit of Polish. You do?
Yes, just a little bit. I have been learning a little bit. It's a very beautiful language, so I have been learning it.
So how would you say welcome to Nowa Huta? Witamy w Nowohucie in your language.
Bem-vindo ao Nowa Huta.
How would you say I hope you'll have a good time in your language?
Espero que tenhas ótimo tempo. Espero que tenhas bom momento.
And the last question, what would be the way you would say in your language, Nowa Huta is the best side of town?
Nowa Huta é a melhor parte da cidade.
Cool. Thank you very much, Gila.
Thank you very much, Daniel. I had a great time with you. See you guys.